Letters and postcards dating back to World War II, unboxed in New Jersey decades later, tell the story of how a now 101-year-old woman helped bring peace to families of prisoners of war. CBS 2's Jenna DeAngelis has the story from Lacey Township.
Imagine not knowing where your son is, and then you get a letter that he's alive.
Agnes Joan Negra couldn't imagine it any other way. So during World War II, that's what she did, to let families know their soldiers, American prisoners of war, were okay.
She got a shortwave radio and listened to Radio Berlin every night, and she would jot down the name of the prisoner that was mentioned and his home address, and she would write a letter to the family.
Taking down 5 names announced each night, hoping to hear one name in particular. Her brother-in-law, Sergeant John Negra, missing in action.
She never heard that, but she continued listening, and she would send it to families all over the country, a note hoping that she would relieve their emotions a little bit by saying, "Your son is alive."
Writing more than 300 letters.
This was 1943, May 19.
Getting back more than 200 responses.
The news of his safety was like the happening of a miracle after 5 weeks of extreme anxiety.
They were happy to hear from me. That made me do it more.
A number of the letters that came back said, "You've given us hope that maybe we'll see our loved one again."
These letters and the hope they gave families were a secret to her family. She tucked them away after the war, only showing them to her son in 2019.
So decades went by and you had no idea your mother did this?
No idea. They never discussed the war. I knew my father was wounded at the Battle of the Bulge, but other than that, they never discussed it with me at all.
So for her 100th birthday, he compiled the letters into a book he got published, Waves of Hope, including how her brother-in-law we mentioned earlier was found. And now these letters, this time capsule, are forever etched in history.
I'm happy that Ronnie made the book. I really am. It brings it all back.
A published book is hard to top, but her family found a way. For her 101st birthday, creating photo albums like this one with pictures of people reading her book around the world. Now that's a story. In Lacey Township, New Jersey, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.